Hi guys, what's up? It's Matt Lamb here, and you're watching me play Phantom Pain. And the reason I say that is because I'm not doing live commentary for this. The reason is for that is because my recording software decided not to record my microphone just for this session. So unfortunately, you're gonna have to deal with me talking over and playing instead. But I hope that you still join me for this session. There's a lot of cool shit that happens. I'm not going to spoil it prior to it happening, and I'm not going to pretend that I'm shocked about it, through my voice at least. I am disappointed because there was actually some really good commentary through this one as well, and yeah, it sucks, but I hope you enjoy the rest of this session, and yeah, thanks. Alright, so we're getting in the helicopter. This was actually a really cool mission. If I remember right, it was quite challenging, but really rewarding. And at least the end part of this episode, I hope, so happens. So I can show you in one episode. If not, then yeah. But you have not to worry. There's only going to be 3 or 4 episodes with my non-live commentary. But I can happily say that the session after this has live commentary, and it did work, so all is not lost. Gotta say as well, I'm not very good at commentating on already recorded content. I'm really shit at it, so I apologise.
Mission list updated.
Boss. The client is one of the kids you rescued from that mine. According to the kids, people often disappear from the mine to a place called Nzoyabadiabulu, the Devil's House. On top of that, Saner's involved with the place. Check your iDroid for the mission details.
Alright, so
Please select a mission.
the mission was about the Devil's House. We got to rescue this guy called Shabani. And this is quite a long stretch to actually get to the place itself, the industrial zone. So
Mission heading to Central
it's probably going to
Africa.
be some heavy editing. I always use, as you know by now, I always used eDog, so that wasn't going to not happen again. Of course, my little buddy. I don't know what I'm doing here, just pissing about. Yes, Dan, sniper rifle. Oh no, I wanted to take my new rocket launcher along. I remember now that I actually got a new rocket launcher ready. Just to make sure.
Deploying.
When I saw that it was in industrial zone, it screamed to me that there'd be a fight with skulls again. And I'm not going to spoil it. You'll just have to find out whether it was a fight with the skulls or not. So episode 20, Voices. Ironic, isn't it? The fucking episode that didn't record is called Voices.
The target is Shabani. He was the leader of the boys being forced to work at the mine. He was separated from the others and taken away to Ngumba Industrial Zone. The locals call this place Nzoyabadiabulu, the Devil's House. Boss, find Shabani and extract him safely. You can check the target's location on your iDroid.
So this is the first time we go to this place here, this Mukyu station place. We visit this again in the next session, and I can safely say that it's a really fucked up place. It is full of guards, absolutely full of guards. So I don't do terrible. I do at first. If I recall, like, we get there and we're spotted pretty early on, but
The map has been
we manage
updated.
it somehow eventually,
Marker placed.
You guys probably might like me commentating over me already playing but it just feels really unnatural to me. I've never done that before, so I don't like it, and I think, to be honest, it's going to affect the session quite a lot, but hey, whatever. At least it recorded the video footage. That would have sucked. But anyway, as you can see, that guy's not great at all. And I think, if I remember right, a lot of these guys are really good, but I just couldn't get them out of there. There was just way too many people.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
I struggle with the one soldier in
An
particular.
outpost in a sunken road. Manogoyan-yoka, the snake's mouth. I get it. Looks like that's the only way to the objective area.
You get it? I get it. I'm just looking to see if there's any shortcuts around at the moment. There is a shortcut actually, and I do find it very early on. I've got used to this habit now of not going through the front door of places and actually going around. I do advise you guys do that, especially when you're going into a base that's full of dudes. Your intel's already telling you it's fucking full of dudes, so you know. I wouldn't exactly go straight in.
Analysis complete.
That guy wasn't that great either, to be honest. D-Dog finding them enemies as usual. Still find D-Dog the best. I think that's going to be the case until end game, because he's just amazing. He finds all the guards for me, all the prisoners.
Analysis
So there's that
complete.
guy there. I remember him. He has some crazy ass skills. Can't remember if we would get him or not. I can't remember. But we do something really silly in a minute. What I kind of knew about it, but I didn't. I kind of get a little bit duped, to be honest, because, well, you'll see in a minute. You'll see in a minute. There we go. He's asleep. And thankfully that guy saw, and this actually helps a lot, because he comes along and he's just like, he gets fucked up, of course. And then I just thought, you know what, why are we leaving you? Why are we leaving you alone? You take one too. And here's the silly thing that I did, coming up right now. You see this guy? Ridiculous skills, right? Well, we're definitely taking him along, right? Look at the thing just there. Didn't you see? It said 80% and not 100. That's because it's raining. And we'll see just in a minute.
Extraction
Failed. How shit is that? And I'm just like, well, it's 80%. I mean, come on, like, you know, it's 80%. At least it's got to work this time, right? Like, the law of averages and shit. It's only like 20% rate of failure. That's not a lot. I don't even know what I'm doing. Getting a supply drop? What are you doing, Dan? I'm just going to ignore this. Fuck 'em. Whatever. But yeah, here we go. Like 80%. Oh, I know what I was doing. I was trying to see if my support team could take a weather away, because I know that's a feature later on in the game. Didn't know whether I unlocked it or not, but I didn't. So I think, you know what, 20% fail rate, not going to be a problem. 80%. That's two guys that are 80%. Does it work? Does it, balls? Failed again. And I'm just, at this rate, I was just going nuts at the fact that, you know, two fucking 80% and neither of them let me. And I was feeling taking these along too, but then I was thinking, you know what, fuck that, you know, 80%. Nah, not happening. So I'll walk over to this building because I think there's some stuff in here. And I don't think we actually. Oh, there is a few bits, yeah. Take them along. And then we head into the actual camp eventually. Watching me play is ridiculous. I find myself so shitty at games at times, especially when I watch back. It's not too bad when I'm editing, but when I'm recording my voiceover and me playing, it's infuriating to see me run around like a fucking idiot. But I do eventually go into the base. Yeah, it took me what, 10 minutes? So I noticed there's a guy on the left here, and he's the guy that I always I knew I was going to take him out. I knew it. But then I thought, ooh, the weather's cleared. There's a guy back there. There's some stuffs. So I think I might go back for it. I didn't realise as well he was behind a gate until just then. And then I thought to myself, maybe I could go around, you know, jump out the top. I think I do that eventually, but for now I go back and extract some shit that I couldn't before. So as I said before, this is actually quite a good session. It's a bit slow paced at first, but obviously editing will help there. But there's some really good stuff that happens actually. It sucks that you don't get to see my initial response for stuff, but at the same time, was my commentary that good? It wasn't fantastic, but it wasn't the worst by a long shot. I was actually excited to hear my commentary, which is not very often. There you go, we have actually extracted them. I'm just bummed out at this stage because I didn't get to extract that guy with the ridiculous skill.
Subject on board.
Pissed me off.
Leave the rest to us.
But we did manage it eventually. I don't think it's dawned on me yet that I'm going to go around instead of going through the gate. There we go. I'm looking at it now and thinking, ooh, I could probably go around. This is something I got really used to playing this game, and it is really, really useful. Because if I just ran me straight through that gate, you know, I might have got seen quite easy, but from here I've got a vantage point where I can like be able to pick him off. I know what you're thinking to yourself. You're thinking, Dan, will you ever use that rocket launcher in this episode? And I don't know if I will have to use it in this episode, but I definitely use it in this session. And to great effect, let's just put it that way. That guy just didn't want to go down, did he? He just did not want to go. But as at this point I'm like, there better not be another pit of burning child soldiers, and I never actually figured whether it is or not, but just from looking at it here it does look like it is. Sick fuckers.
Analysis complete. Analysis
and then I'm like, whoa, look at that guy's skills, they're insane. And you know what, in hindsight now, to what happens in a minute, that soldier was not worth trying to get. Like, not at all. I could have easily just snuck past all these fuckers now, but no, I do the stupid thing and try and get too greedy, and he bites me in the butt pretty hard actually. This camp doesn't look so bad at the moment, but it really gets fucked up if you screw up at least. And as you can guess, yes I do screw up pretty bad. Just from watching me play the game though, I always think to myself, why I don't do certain things. Like, it's really annoying. It's like I'm trying to tell my past self to do things, but it's too late. And I guess that's what you guys think when you watch me. So at this point I'm just grooving to that funky music, what's going on in there, trying to understand what the hell it actually is. At the same time I'm thinking, these two fuckers need to stop talking so I can get them already. I just remembered how I get caught, and it is a bit of bullshit actually, but you'll see. I actually don't do too bad, it's just eventually shit gets to me and I do get seen pretty bad. I don't remember if I ever get that soldier or not, I can't remember. I think I do. I'm not sure. Yeah, there we go. I'm just like, back away, back away. This is where I get seen right about... No, not yet. Really? I thought it was around there. It's something I did then, like, you know the way I crawled along? Like, not even crawled along, but like, snuck along. Yeah, I get seen. And shit hits the fan.
Analysis complete.
So as you can see now, there's like, what, 5 soldiers in front of me? It's getting pretty intense, right? Yeah, it gets worse. At this point, I'm just really wanting to get rid of these fucking soldiers, but they keep seeing me really easy at this point. I think it's around now that I fuck up as well. It literally is in a minute, like right now. Yep. Rookie mistake. Rookie mistake. Anyway, I head back. And I'm going to cut these bits out because obviously it's just going to take way too long to wait for their combat status to go down. At this point I'm worrying whether I can actually get those supplies or not.
Supply drop complete.
And yeah, of course, I can. It's quite lucky that I can actually there on a cliff surface like that. So there we go. They're going to head back out soon, I reckon. Thank God, because as you can see, quite a heavy resistance. And at this point, I'm just like, why did I just do what I just did? I'm also thinking, I still need that soldier. And of course, they see that sleeping soldier just there. And alarm bells will ring again. Something interesting happens in a minute. They realise that some of the materials are gone. And I think that's like crazy for the AI to realise that. So at this point I'm actually trying to find that crazy skilled guy. So I take that guy out and then head back in. And I hope this time that I don't fuck up as much. And without spoiling too much, I don't. Not as bad, at least. At the minute, I'm just trying to see what this guard's doing. I was thinking about grabbing him, but at the same time I was thinking, yeah, there's quite a few people around him still. So I retreat. Real quickly. Like a little bitch. And then I'm just struggling to crawl. So in my head now I'm thinking maybe I can get someone through CQC means.
Complete.
And I'm still trying to find that crazy skilled guard. And not doing a great job at that. At this point I'm thinking he's probably already buggered off. So I try a tactic of luring him over and almost get seen. Then I realise I'm a bit silly because now that guy's seeing that guy. But I actually don't do a bad job here, all being said. I just run round, boom, mine. Give him the squeeze. Whilst D-Dog growls at them. And I realise, still not the guy. So where is he? It's not that guy either. And he's not that guy. So where is he? Oh my god. At this point I'm like really annoyed that I lost the opportunity to have 2 decent people. But then I realise he's right there. And I don't know whether I actually get him or not, so I'm not gonna pretend that I know. At this point I'm trying to work out whether I would be able to Fulton them safely or not, and I don't know if I go through with that either, because I just can't remember. I think at this point I'm thinking I want that tape. I'm still crazy on this guard, and I can't remember whether I get him or not. I don't think I do. I really don't recall getting this guy. I'm heading towards him though. Maybe I do. No, because it's just his helmet, you see. So I did get him. Eventually. Took some time, but I did get him. And to be fair, it was worth doing what I did in the end. It just took a lot longer. But in the end I did manage to get some decent soldiers out of it, so all's not ended. And I also got this funky ass tape. All the sun touches, and I've literally never heard of that. But it kind of reminds me of something that Mufasa says in Lion King, when he says all that the light touches. Then I realise that guard's behind a gate, and think, oh, I can't even get that dude just yet, so I just sneak back out. Take this fucker instead. Just checking whether he's got a helmet on, and then as soon as I know he doesn't have a helmet on, then he's fucked. Of course. After 3 shots. But in the end, he's mad. I think at this point I'm thinking whether to actually take these crates to my right as well. I don't actually remember if I actually take them or not either. But I know what I do here. I do something that I haven't been doing, and I'm start to do even, and that is destroy these radio communication thingies. Which it doesn't really help in this episode at all, really, but I do advise doing it. Now I'm just heading back out of the base, and I'm thinking whether that guy's worth getting. Up in the tower. I don't know whether I'm going to get him either. This is why doing this thing sucks, because my memory's so bad. And eventually, that guy buggers off in a jeep. And the weird thing is, he does this twice in this episode. He buggers off twice as I get there. It's quite funny.
Rain approaching.
Forgot about that. So I think just why not take what I can, and that's exactly what I do. I don't know whether I get those crates or not. I should have done, really. If I don't get those crates, I'd understand why I never did. Maybe I just forgot about them. Did I eventually get them? Well, I see them now. Yeah, I think I do, yeah. Oh, sweet. Good job, Dan. That costs a lot of GMP, doesn't it? I didn't realise how much that actually cost. No, realise, you know what, fuck it, I'm not getting that guy. He's in the way. So I think I come out here now. Finally. I was in there for a long time, it felt like years. Thankfully I don't have to go back there for a while. And at this stage I'm going to edit this travel sequence out because it's a bit of a mission, and so I'll talk again in a minute.